I scaled my content agency to over 7 figures per year using this exact tech stack, and you guys can steal it. I've ran through a ton of softwares and I'm just going to reveal everything. So let's get right into it. First things first, on the marketing side, very simple. Hype Fury, this is a tweet scheduling tool. I get a lot of clients through Twitter, so I schedule my tweets through Hype Fury. I also do auto DMs on there, so I give away lead magnets. I made another YouTube video all about Twitter, so if you guys want to watch that, it's going to be somewhere on my YouTube channel. And then next, I pay like, I think $11 a month or something for a check mark on Twitter, and I also pay around 20 bucks a month or something for a check mark on Instagram. Gives you added authority. I think also on Twitter, if you don't have a check mark, you can't outreach to a good amount of people, like qualified leads on Twitter. So it's important you have it so you don't look like a bot, and it's very cheap. And then next is Carrd, C-A-R-R-D. This is what we use for websites. I'm currently on Webflow, but before, for the longest time, up until like, what was it, 90 or 60K a month actually, I was using Carrd. It's literally like $60 per year or something like that. Very good, simple website builder, gets the job done, amazing. Now on the sales side, very simple. So PandaDoc is what we use for contracts. So you need a contract with every content agency client you guys sign. If you guys want my contract template, just join the free group. And if enough people post in there saying they want it, I'll put it in there. Next is Calendly. So we use this for meeting booking. So people book in sales calls through there. And then next is Fanbases. So I know a lot of you guys probably have never seen Fanbases before. It's a payment processor. So it's like the same thing as Stripe. If you guys want to use Fanbases, there's going to be a link in the description. So people who go through me get a discounted rate. And basically, I don't use Stripe anymore because I moved to Dubai, and Dubai Stripe is very bad. Another good alternative, WAP can work as well. Stripe, if you're in Canada, USA, UK, Stripe typically gets the job done. But Fanbasis is very good as well. No complaints at all. Very simple UI as well, like no funky business. Next, I use Google Meets for my meetings. So like I don't use Zoom just because Google Meets gets the job done and it's free. And then next is the operations section, which is the biggest one. So our tech stack for operations, we use Zapier and Make. So they do the same thing. Like it's an automation tool. If you're not already familiar with them, they just connect different apps and they set up automation. So whenever a new video is ready, and we approve it on Frame, it automatically sends to the client. Like all that stuff is in Make. But typically for like more simpler automations, we have a lot of them running through Zapier. So it's basically just the glue between all of our different softwares and the whole agency. And then next is our project management system. So we currently use Airtable. At about 50K a month or 60K, we switched from Trello to Airtable because what happened with Trello is we just had too many clients and we didn't want to just keep, like the editors didn't want to click through the individual client boards to figure out what to assign to them, etc. And I don't blame them at all. So we switched to Airtable because it's like a master knowledge base, and then the editors each have their own interface. It's super cool. Let me know if you guys want a dedicated video on our Airtable setup. But basically, editors can log into their interface. They see what videos they have. And then on the back end, like me, the ops manager, the team, we have like this really big interface where we can assign videos. We can see all the client information, so on and so forth. It's really good once you start making more money. But to be honest, everybody below like 20, 10, 15K a month, keep it simple and use Trello. Next is Slack. So we use Slack for all of our communication. We don't use WhatsApp. We don't use iMessage. We don't use Discord, anything. We do all of our comms on Slack. The reason why we use Slack is because number one, it's professional. Number two, the people in our space use it. Since I'm using a tool that everybody uses, we just get quicker client responses. But let's say you're selling to like roofers or something for some reason. They don't use Slack. They use like iMessage if you're selling to Americans. So you need to adapt to sort of what the market wants. But the good thing with Slack is it integrates with all of the tools here pretty much, like Zapier, Make, like Airtable works super well with it. But if we're using WhatsApp, we would have some limitations. And also I don't want to leak my phone number to everyone. So Slack is the best. Next, so for AI tools, we use ChatGPT. We also use Claude, and we have a custom built AI tool as well. But these are super good. I usually use ChatGPT for like more basic tasks and stuff. Claude is better for writing things. And then next is Envato. Envato it has like no copyright music, and then it also has transitions, effects, kind of stuff like that, text presets. So our editors use Envato a lot. We have a yearly plan with them. And then Frame.io. So this one is super key because we used to not use Frame and we were doing revisions on Google Drive. It was very annoying because basically like the editor would send something to Google Drive and then we would send a Slack message with the timestamp saying, hey, at 5 seconds in, change this word to that. At 2 seconds in, change this to that. And it was very stupid, to be honest of us. We should have switched to frame a lot sooner. But on frame, you can leave notes directly on the video. So it just works a lot better. And then we use Frame for our ready to post videos, meaning when they're going to get sent to clients and also after they're edited. But for the raw footage, we store that in Google Drive just because I have a ton of storage for super, super cheap. Yeah, it's just kind of more organized a little bit. So we put our raw footage in Google Drive. That's where the clients upload to. It's also just easier for the clients to upload into a Google Drive rather than a frame. It starts to get a bit complicated. And as soon as something is uploaded into Google Drive, the Zapier notifies us, and then it gets assigned to a video editor by our project manager. So everything is super well connected. Next, we use Google Docs just to write our video scripts on it and random notes. And then we do use Discord. We literally just implemented this like yesterday. We're using Discord for editor trials because we used to manage them in Twitter DMs, and then we would manage them on like Instagram DMs, and then we had Airtable. Things were kind of messy, so now the flow is like someone applies on our Airtable form, and then if we like their portfolio, we send them a one-time invite link into our Discord, and then they submit a ticket to pick which type of editor they are. And if they click the long form editor button, then it creates a channel. It'll have like first name, last name, -LF for long form, and then it'll have the trial information in there to say, hey, do XYZ, edit this 1 minute trial. Here's the footage, here's the script, here's all this stuff. Let us know if you have any questions. And then from there, we have a direct line of communication with them. The thing with editors is they like using Discord. They're used to it. We found that kind of putting them into Slack for the trial process is kind of annoying. And then we start to mix up like trial editors and our real editors, and the Slack keeps pinging. So we just wanted to keep it completely separate. I'll let you know how this goes, but we literally just implemented it like yesterday. And then finally, we use Loom as well. So we use Loom for a lot of things. So I'm using Loom right now to record this video. We use Loom for our internal SOPs. We use Loom to request missing assets from clients. It's basically a screen sharing software, exactly as you're seeing right now. You can also connect to your microphone and connect to your camera. So it's very good. We also use this to minimize meetings because at the agency, like we run with very, very, very minimal meetings. Even prospects, like a lot of the times we just close them in the DMs and just go back and forth with them. So yeah, that's everything software wise. There might have been like one I forgot, but I dig through my whole thing, how we run all of our operations, all our SOPs. We pretty much only use these. So that's everything for this video. If you want to know what my team structure is like, or maybe you want to learn about client acquisition, I have a ton of other videos on my channel that just break down my 7-figure content agency. I also have a free group linked in the description with some free resources for you guys. So that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.